Hey, good morning. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2017. Today will mark my last trading session for this year. Contracts are rolling. I don't feel like dealing with the next contract out, and we are not allowed to trade as funded traders past the 15th of December. So I'm not a huge fan of trading option expiration anyway. And also today, a little bit on the subdued side. We'll talk about it in just a second. I want to go over a few things. But like I said, today the most important report that's going to come out for us crude oil traders, those that prefer to trade in this market, is the 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time or 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time according to the clocks. The crude oil inventory report is coming out today. So I've talked about that before. I don't want to get involved with it too much. But all right, so today is the CLPIT strategy I like to trade, and that's what we'll be handling today. I didn't print off my thingy yet, but give me 1 second to print this off, and I'll talk some more. All right. All right, all right, all right, as Matthew McConaughey would say. Anyway, back to the day. Last 2 days were pretty interesting, right? We had a up move on Monday and a down move on Tuesday, and I got some flack from one trader. Hey, it's my money and it's my trading account. I'll do what I I'll do what I. I try not to swear. I'll do what I please at this point. And right now, yes, I'm going to finish positive on the year. I'll take only 3 trades today. And I haven't determined exactly what I'm going to do yet. But I also want to point out that today is the FOMC statement day too, federal funds rate. Normally this report comes out on a Thursday, but today it's coming out today. It's coming out on a Wednesday. So historically this report comes out on a Thursday, but they're trying to get everything in before year end right now. I mean, these guys want to go on vacation too, right? Federal chair presidents and whatnot. Not chair, the federal presidents or whatever they're called. The talking heads is the best I like to call them. The plunge protection team, as others would call them, the PPT. Different odds and ends names of that. So anyway, so let's not get into that any further. Trump is speaking about the same time the frickin' crude oil inventories are out. So what I'm looking for is a quick reaction off the report. I look at a 3P target and exit. I will not hang around for anything outside of that. And I'd be more than happy to take a 1 or 2P out of the trade or even a break even today. Anything works. But when I was planning my week out, this right here was concerning me. But I want to get 1 trading day in to make this my last day, and then whatever they decide, you get the 2 weeks off and then 20 days past that or whatever it is. So I'll have like a day count of 18 after the 15th, and then not including the 2 weeks that we don't trade. So I'll be well within whatever that day count is that you have to have a trade in within a certain amount of time. So no worries there. All right, top down. Whoops. Top down, top down, top down. Let's go top down. Let's talk top down. All right, so I like to look at the daily chart to start with. We're still in the same retracement area that I would have told you before. We're still in the same retracement area. We'll look at, let's delete one of these in there because we're going to look at it on the hourly charts and see. This is that trend that I put through the lines and then through the charts from last week, if you remember. I didn't remove it. In fact, the only thing I removed off my daily charts, what you just saw right there, and this is the indication of where we could go, most likely not until after the January area there now. Historically, crude oil likes to obviously trend up into the end of the year. It had its little hurricane thing going on. Got the Santa Claus effect and all the other crap that goes on right now. Try not to have a bias trading. Obviously, I know that I have a bias to short. I try not to have a bias as it relates to this particular trade, but obviously I know that going in right now that I do have a bias. All right, so we see what we're doing here on the daily charts. We're hanging out in that trend line that I drew on the charts a while. We've close to the pivot right now, so most likely if there's if it wants to move up quickly and then sell off, then we probably move to the pivot and then come down. So let's go down to the next one after that. I like to look at the hourlies. So going top down right now and looking at the week. Here's the week from Monday. So here's the movement up into Tuesday. Here's the movement down. Net effect is we're roughly in the same place that we started Friday and Monday. So net effect is we're trading right where Friday and Monday is. So it could go either way is what I'm getting at. All right? Keep that in mind. It could go either way or it could do nothing, which I want to talk about why we want to do nothing until we see something in just a few minutes when I get there. Then we move down to the 15 minutes. And the 15-minute charts are showing us a pretty neat little downward slide from yesterday to this day. This is probably where I'm going to measure the 50% retracement line today, since it's such a big fall. Once I find it again. So if we look at the 50% retracement, puts it back into the 5770 area. So basically right around pivot. So we don't really need that. So we know that we're around pivot for that. And let's go back to the hourly charts and let me look and see if I want to have a retracement on that. Looks pretty close that we've run the range. So let's retracement. Let's retracement here. Looks like it's already run its 50% is what I'm getting at already. I mean, this looks really close, if not on top of, just eyeballing it right now, that we're on top of the 50% level. So here's 50% right now, and like I said, you can eyeball it. After a while, you get used to eyeballing, and I know that, hey, we're trading, now we know this up here and this down here, so pretty much we know pivot and S1's in play. I don't need this. Shifting back down to 15 minutes and seeing what we've done. We've have a sell-off going into here, so my tendency would be to continuation of the short. We'll have to have proof to get long is what I would tell you at this point in time, based upon price action over the last 24 hours or so. Alrighty then, so as far as targets go today, I haven't updated yet, but I'm getting ready to. There's 53 to go after. The 3P target and our 2/3 stop is 9.7 to a 1R is 14.5 is 15. So it looks to be about 12, 15 to 10, 12.5. So we'll start with 12 off the trade itself. So bottom line, that means if I would take 3 losers in a row, I shouldn't expect to lose more than 36 ticks plus commission costs and still have at least $400 and something left over. At least that's my hope. Well, maybe I'll have half the account roughly if I would lose all 3. I start this week and I finished last week at $744.66. So I don't know if I will take 3. I might just take 1 and be done with it. And just that's where my tendency is right now. 1, maybe 2. I don't know if I take that 3rd. I kind of, my target right now to stay within is around $500, to be honest. So that's what I'm looking. I want to be around 500 when the smoke clears today, if I lose. And if I win, I want to be above 1,000. So that's kind of my overall overriding goal right now that I want to stay within. And I don't mind losing this day and finishing off the year with a loss and still have a positive account balance coming into next year. So regardless, it's my account, it's my trading account, it's my real money, and nobody out there will influence me otherwise. Period. End of discussion. I got kind of pissed off at one particular trader that's egging me right now, and I'm very close to blocking all his posts that come in. So, and on the YouTube station, if he doesn't, just calm his ass down a little bit. At least not a permanent ban, but block for, I don't know, give him a week or two, let him cool his engines a little bit. Remember, this is a public service that I put on for you, not the other way around. But I always enjoy having, bottom line, what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, I'm not looking for you to be ultra negative. I mean, I know you're going to be negative when I do shit that I don't expect that I should be doing, and call me on that. But to be consistently, that's why I put that post out. My last blog post was, how do you see this, right? Before I get into all that crap that I want to talk about, we are in what I will call, as far as my, the way I look at it, we're in a tiebreaker scenario. This bar measured against this bar, we need a bar at least over 1,000. Doesn't matter the color, but we need a bar at least over 1,000 to break this tiebreaker. We have a 1,200 volume bar here, printed at 817, and we have 1,000, roughly 82 bar printed at 759. All right, so let me get on my soapbox a little bit. I don't know how much I want, YouTube is, everybody has an opinion, and I understand that everybody has an opinion. And not everybody's going to agree with the way that I do things. But hey, in the end, it's my money. I'm risking my own money in an account. In this case, it's real money against, it's OPM. It's other people's money that I'm not risking my own at this point. But in the end, it's my decisions, and it's my trading account. It's not yours, and nothing you can say or do is going to influence me one way or the other to trade. We cannot trade. I don't know how clear I can make this. After the 15th of December, we are not allowed to trade in the funded account until the new year, until January of 2018. They force you to stay out of the market. Now, I can go back to a funded account that I had previously of one of the 5. This is number 6. I can go back to when I forced myself to trade because they told me that we were going to stop something. And this was a year ago when Brexit came out. Whenever Brexit was coming out, they said that the last trading day was going to be such and such day. The day before, I thought, man, I got to make all this money right now. Only thing I ended up doing is losing money because I pressed myself to make trades. I've already experienced that kind of environment. And what I've told myself going into this funded account is nothing Top Step Trader says, does, or tries to limit risk, because bottom line, they're just basically trying to limit their risk against us that are funded traders. So I've got to see that side of the coin too. Yeah, I get pissed off about it, but I have made my mind up in this funded account. I'm not going to allow them, being Top Step Trader and the risk management team, to affect my breathing, to affect the way that I trade. I'm going to let it, just like I talk about Bruce Lee, I'm going to let that be, be like water. I'm going to let it flow off of me and let it just go to let it flow or crash, man. It's going to do whatever it's going to do. There's not a damn thing that I can do to control what the risk management team at Top Step Trader does. They're going to do what they're going to do, and in the best interest of Top Step Trader, not in the best interest of sometimes what I would say David Knight. All right? Yes, I like volatility. Yes, I like momentum. I believe in all that stuff, but it's not my money. It's their money. It's their gold. They make the rules, not the other way around. How clear do I have to make that to just one individual that continually tries to harass me and is belligerent online? All right? That's a warning, and you know who you are. You're on I've already told you, on a very thin sheet of ice to start with. All right? All right? All right. Keep it positive. All right, so that's my end of my 2 cents in my soapbox. I'm going to take a break here and get ready for the inventory report, which is going to come out in about a half hour from now. See you in a few. All right, so we're about 3 minutes outside of the report release. Waiting. Listen to some music. I'm trading above this 200 bar SMA coming across prices right now. We'll see what comes out. I want at least 1,000 bar to come off the report itself. If I don't see it, I'm going to stand aside. Hopefully all that's clear. And then I'll move into the one tick trade, just so to count today is one of the days that I'm trading. All right, I'm going to listen to this song here in the background, and you got to turn the volume down if you need to. I'm just going to put my trade in when I see it. Going to work out in the background, in other words. All right, red bar, 1930 red bar at 9:30.
Only thing to save is the banner that you aim to be wrapped around your grave. You got to fight.
More people shop online for the holidays than ever before, and the United States Postal Service delivers more of those purchases to homes than anyone else in the country, because we know
Time for the $2 billion from our schools when Governor Tom Wolf restored Portland's education
Protest line, freedom straight on your side. Line, New York Times, standing on the edge of a revolution. Just obey the secret safe with the NSA. God we trust on the CIA, standing on the edge of a revolution.
Alright, that's track 2. I got one left. See what comes up here inside of the range. Waiting.
I love shooting those moments that have never happened before, and I try to capture it with everything I have.
Store all your files and easily access them from everywhere with MyCloud Home.
MyCloud, my rules. He's a NASCAR champion who's faced thousands.
No, we're just waiting here. Last trade is a bracket trade. Bracken and long, bracken and short with a 9-tick stop loss. It'll bring me under 500, but I'm okay with that. I'm looking to get a 3P target. Officially down 15 ticks, it looks like right now. I took a less of a loss on that one trade. I just saw it. It looked like it was going to go down. Didn't like it. I'll cancel the other side of the trade.
Here's how Xarelto works different. Warfarin interferes with at least 6 blood clotting factors. Xarelto is selective, targeting just one critical factor, interacting with less of your body.
Should I the right way? Yes. Come down the street and knock on the door.
It's up to the market if I win or lose. I mean, at some point you just gotta say, enough's enough. This will be third trade and done. If I lose this one, I'm done. The FOMC today, federal funds rate too, so we're running out of time to get something moving. I'd prefer to be short though, obviously, you know that though.
She's got me nervous, talking 100 miles an hour. She's more than worth it. I swear she smells just like a flower. I fall to pieces if I went anywhere without her.
Risk 11.
She says, what's wrong with her right here on the counter?
Go 1P, 1P.
Everybody wants to be a sister, sister. Got to go roller coaster. Everybody wants to be a sister, sister. Got to go roller coaster.
Alright, that's a 1P right there, 31.
First initial targets is 56.99.
So bad. Sometimes I think I can taste it.
56.99 on the down here.
So good I never wanna waste it.
Low right now is 07, I believe. All right, new low. Watching, watching, watching. There's 1P right there. With the break even. Won't take any more of a loss now. It's either going to go my way or not. I'm going to go after that 37 though. That's the GAN number today, 5630. I'm looking at 5633. Breakpoint was 19. We'll use 22, 23. I'm going to go off the blue line right there. Looks like I'll lose 1, 2, 3. What is that? 5, 6, 6. That's all right. I'll live with that.
Everybody wants to be the sister.
$16.34 red. Moving to the 90-degree angle. We hit the 45 at 07. Next degree angle down, 56.69 if we can get it. Make the break even. breakthrough target's 5664, but I'll take 5669. Either win or lose. Third trade. I'm not trading anymore. I'm done. Takes me out, I'm done.
Think out loud until it's wrong. Was the thing to my brain was sound so wrong. I am not a little man since I prefer do you think I could have a drink since it's hard to swallow? Yeah, it's hard to swallow. I forgot.
Why not? Where are you?
Taco Bell's new $5 cravings deal has all of Taylor's favorites, like the beefy 5-layer burrito, cinnamon twist, crunchy taco, cheesy gordita crunch, and a medium drink. It also has Brad's.
All right.
There's $200 billion worth of cryptocurrencies out there, but there's
Oh my gosh, let's talk about the next bubble. That's like the internet bubble back in the 90s, man. Frickin' cryptocurrency. Screw that shit.
She's wearing just how many hats I'm wearing. Alright, next target now is 5682. Then our target. If it gets to 82, I'll protect one pick. I'll punch to it. Here comes the next contestant. Stand.
All right, so the 90-degree angle is what I'm after right now. It's 5669. If we can get it, or if we get run out, we get run out. So be it.
Here comes the next contestant. There goes the next contestant. She's wearing everybody here keeps staring. Can't wait to get what they deserve. Here comes the next contestant.
All right, so I'm moving behind here.
Light, you must take light. I like your pants around.
That's 2P to 81.
I like the way you say please.
1.5. It's 56.90. We hit that 2P to 82 right there. All our volume. A 3P target.
I like the freckles on your chest.
Get dumped song on top.
I like the way you put me to the test. I like the way I stand on your breast. I love the way your pants around your feet. I like the dirt that's on your knees. I like the way you still say please while you're looking at me. You're like my favorite damn disease. I hate the place.
That's my little drum solo. It's coming. I'm really good to hear from it. All right. All right, I'm done rocking out. All right, that'll do it for my day. 3 trades plus 5. Not great, not bad, just average. I was protecting profits at that last point. I didn't want to take a loss on the trade. And reason being that it's FOMC day and the market can do any damn thing it wants to do on a day like today. So I prefer to be out of the market as quickly as possible on a day like today now and not pissing around with it anymore, because at some point the market's going to settle down and do absolutely nothing in front of the the federal funds rate coming out, which obviously most likely won't affect crude oil, but we still can't trade in front of it. You can't trade at all, and they lock everybody out on these at funded. You're not allowed to trade this economic report. Everybody, all across all accounts, can't trade. So I would have preferred the market had, instead of stopping here, continue down and make that move down to 3P to give me a chance to go 2 or 3. It gave me a 1P area, and I took a little bit extra there to make up for my 2 losses. I was down, what, I think 15 ticks. I took out 20. Net and out effect +5. The market could just as easily go up as down right now. The upside down, as Stranger Things talk about, right? I prefer to be, you know, like I said, I was looking at that 69, and maybe it goes there now. But hey, I can't worry about things that I have no control over. Could I have traded better against this? Yeah, I could have held back up here, make the market come up 04, 05. But I didn't want to take a loss on that third trade. If this was the first trade, I wouldn't have cared. I would have, or if I was only down a couple ticks, I wouldn't have cared about getting in and staying. It's end of year for me. This is my last trading day of the year. I just want to see that things can work. I felt confident coming into the day as far as my ability to control my own self and my trading, and allow the market to do its best, and see what I can do with that. So the bottom line target, I would tell you right now, would be around 56.30. It would be the GAN number. Around 69 or 30 was what I would estimate it being a down here, somewhere in that area. 69 to 56, 69, 56.30 is what I would maybe estimate the market. This right here, this bar right here got me scared. 42.05 in. I just thought that might be the bar that turns the market around. That's why I got very aggressive in my stop placement there and the profit stop to be able to take out whatever I could. Now this is a 1 hour worth of video. I'm done. I'm done until next year, guys. So I hope that you have a great rest of the year. Please be careful out here for the rest of the year if you're trading live money. This is a very, very rough time of the year to be trading. This is probably, in my humble opinion, the last good trading day left of the year. The rest of it will be on, God only knows, low volume. Who knows? There'll probably be some good days inside there. But like I said, we're in the very beginning of this video. I'm not allowed to trade past the 15th, and I want to be done. I physically want to be done. I'm glad that I finished the day as a winner, and even if it's +5, it's still +5. It's still positive. Net effect is 35.12. After the 18 cents per contract difference, I guess it's adjusted 6 cents per. I should be at 779.6. So I added $35. So I guess I can take my family to maybe five Guys burgers and fries. That's, I don't know if I'd be able. Family 4 large fries and 4 hamburgers, probably be able to get that around that price. Or with drinks, probably going to need some more money. Have to dish up another $5 or $6. So that's it. I don't know exactly where the market's going to go. I would still be short if it wasn't last day of the year. If it wasn't FOMC day, I would have not been so aggressive on my stop placement. But, you know, knowing that this report right here can really mess with you and screw with you as a trader, I want to be out of this, ahead of this. So I'm good. So this is actually, it says 2 o'clock. This is Eastern time. It'll come out around 1:15 area. And as a funded trader at Top Step Trader, we're not allowed to trade this off this report until they tell us otherwise. So I would prefer to close down my station, not even bother with trading this, and not even knowing what the market is doing at that point in time, because it's just one of those things like I talked about at the very beginning. You have to be able to control what you can control, and that's out of your control you can't worry about. Once again, it's their risk, it's their money, and I'm not allowed to you know, work around that. On a side note, remember that line I drew on the charts here? It's coming across, right? That's that line that I thought maybe if we get below, the market goes down. So I think it was on a daily chart that we put it. I mean, that's an hourly. Is it the daily chart that I showed that? Yeah, we're coming back underneath that trend line again.
So who knows what that means? I mean, we're coming down to S1 around that 68 mark. So that's what I saw, 68, 69. I was assuming that we could get to that point right there and then move lower. But obviously the market's got other things it wants to do right now. And this is a typical FOMC day. It's very typical for the market to be undecisive coming into the report itself. And you can see that undecisiveness being played out. And although it's trading down on the session, who knows where that market is going to go from here. I felt I traded this the best of my ability is what I would tell you right now. That I got the it's just half a dozen of one, a half a dozen of another at some point. So hindsight's always a winner. You're always a winner in hindsight. I'm glad that I'm positive. Could I have traded today better? Obviously, the answer to that is yes. If I wasn't worried about a few things, I think that I would have traded better. Being year end, being last trading day of the year, all that stuff countered into my thinking process. Going down 2 losers in a row obviously countered my trading process as well. The red bar itself was a bar that I should be long on, but we're failing in its side. I don't want to try to catch a falling knife. So this bar signifies I want to be long. That's why I was trying to get long earlier. But once we started failing, I didn't want to have anything to do with that long side. Here's the last attempt at a long that I tried right in this area. And I think that if that market would have broke that way, it would have went up just as much as it went down right now. So I did the best I could. This bar right here is telling me that there's some buy stops run and some buying orders coming in the market. And you see that it might be bottoming out right around here. And who knows if it goes down or up, I couldn't tell you. But it really didn't break that much lower than this 83 level. It's right on top of the S1, I believe. Yeah, here's your S1. And like I talk about, S2 down, this is down here. Well, I don't know where S2 is, don't care. So when I was getting into the market, I looked at 56.30 to start with on the downside, and then I was looking at 56.69. Those are the 2 targets that I was hunting for on the session. 56.69 was the last target I was hunting for, and it looks like I was really close to being able to hit that. So being able to move down here, if I would have been able to hold on to this, it looks like a nice winning trade overall. And I would have moved down underneath here. I'd have been out at 69 if I'd have been able to hold on to this move right here. And if I follow behind my 200 bar, I would have stayed in the trade. Or if I would have stayed at break even, I was okay. I could have stayed up here at 57.15. And most likely I would have been trailing behind this. If it was a 1 trade win, I'd have been looking at that and exiting around that 69 level, or since I would be so close, I would be sitting here above this right here, and I'd exit around a 2P target today. So being so close to target, I would be looking at right now about 82, 83, or on top of this blue bar right there coming across prices. Pretty close to hitting target today. So I feel pretty confident that the market was going to do what I want it to do as far as what I saw. And once I figured out that it wanted to go there, 69 being run right there, and then it hit 68, so it would have filled that 69 level right there if I'd have been lucky enough to be able to stay in. Net effect of that would have been, let's see here, I got out at it went to a low of 68 right there. So it would have filled you right there at 60. That would have filled you. Maybe it filled you up or whatever. But you would have hit your stop would have become, so it would have been good setup to get out, and that would have been a net effect. Bottom line, what would that have meant to the account? Let's figure it out real quick, and then I'll call it a day. 57.17 less 56.69 is 48 less 15 would have been 33. So $330 less $5.02 times 3 is 1506. So net effect would have been I could have been up 312.06 plus 770 whatever that was, 774. Yeah, I could have been up over 1,000 there. So a little bit better money management, trade management. Really, I could have stayed in that trade. I think I'd have stayed into it better if I didn't take that first two losers. I'd have stayed in it and I would have protected break even and been more than happy to take a break even on one trade, looking at that market. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you know, the squirrel gets the nut, and other times you just get a little bit of a crumb. Today I got a little bit of a crumb, and I'm able to move on to next year. So as far as my live trading, I'm done. You won't see me trading live until 2018. As far as on the funded account, I have to wait till next year. I will not trade Thursday, and I will not trade Friday. Today was my last trading day of the year. I can't stress that enough. Today is my last day of this year, being 2017. And then what I will do now, first week of January, is trade the inventories. And then my official start week would be a full week, would be the second week of January, as I've always done now, I would say going on 10, 11 years at this point. All right, that's it. God bless. Take care. I will see you on the next video that I put together. Bye for now.